Hello again, YouTube. This is the Late Stick with Late Sticks Cards and Collectibles. Yeah, it's been 10 or so days since I made a video. Went on vacation. I'm talking about making a video about, basketball. Because basketball and football are pretty much the way to go, I think, if you're investing some baseball. Just right now, I think basketball is probably the best way. So I got back into basketball this year, and yeah, I think this will be the only year I get into basketball. I'm just gonna focus on football because I mean, obviously, Lamelo and Anthony Edwards is just the way to go. But it's the same thing with NFL quarterbacks, man. It's just they're expensive, and if you're going out there buying them, unless you're getting them graded, you're taking a chance buying raw to get graded. I mean, there's just not a lot of upside on the cards. I mean, you can buy a $500 Lamelo card, and then what's the upside on that card? So I mean, yeah. But anyways, I went a little different route. I mean, I'm a Philadelphia 76ers fan. I'm really high on Tyrese Maxey. I was last year. Just, Ben Simmons. If they get rid of Ben Simmons, which I think they're going to, my personal opinion, I think that I made a smart choice. He's still only 20 years old anyway, so still lots of time. It's a good thing about NBA is just doesn't matter if the player's good. The cards they got good values. The same football. It's different. It's like quarterbacks in their own, or they're in their own echelon, and then it's skill position players after that. So that's the good thing about basketball. Now, I went heavy on basketball early on. I bought a ton of Tyrese Halliburton and Tyrese Maxey. Sprinkled in a few others. Then some vets. Got caught a little bit with the price gouging that was going on earlier this year when cards are just ridiculous, like Shaq. Top space rookies are going for $7,500. Graded they're going for $1,500. Same with the Barry Sanders 89 score. I bought in on several of those. Try to send them in graded. And hard vintage cards are just hard, especially this. It's just hard to get tens on. Harder than obviously modern. So made a few mistakes there. Submitted 3 Shaqs, got 2 9s and an 8. Didn't get a 10 on anything. Submitted 2 Barry Sanders, got a 9 and a 7. The 7 they damaged the card, and it was perfectly centered, perfect everything, and somehow they whacked a corner on it. So, that's basically right before PSA shut down. I got those in right before the price hike, so they were $75 a card, and I just had 2 major bulk orders that I was going to put in as well. I am so happy that they shut down, because if I'd have sent them in, I wouldn't have got them back for a year plus, and those cards I sent in weren't even be worth sending in for the most part, because those cards that were going for several $100s now are lucky to go for 100. The prices came back down. I'm so happy I didn't get any of that stuff sent in, but whatever. I do got a few things I am going to send in at some point in time, and at the $150 price point, you basically have to be sending in $300-$400 card to even make it worth your while, because if it hits a 9, after you send it in and you sell it on eBay, I mean, depending if you bought the card or not, you can barely break even anyways. But here I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I did with basketball. I bought a ton of select retail product. I mean, I've been lucky. My local Barnes & Noble has had it a couple times. It's basically 2 a pop. Me and my wife went in there, 2 hangers, ended up both times getting 8 hangers. So I went in later and got them. Just like people, it's kind of died down. It's not nearly as crazy as it was a year ago. I went in there at like noontime, because Barnes & Noble always stocks on Friday, at least the one in my area. So I went at noontime, picked them. I had my wife come and pick them up, and then I came back at like 4 o'clock and they still had some. So I picked them up. Same with Donruss football. And normally there's no way you could ever got any of that stuff on the shelves anywhere. So I bought a ton of select retail, bought a little bit of Donruss, a little bit of hoops, overpaid for the hoops and Donruss, but that was still, again, when, things were crazy, and, things have definitely died down a lot, because you can actually getting Donruss Optic for what you're paying for Donruss paper blaster boxes when this was all going on, which I am looking to try to get a full box of fat packs, Donruss Optic, as soon as I can find one that someone's willing to. I'm thinking anywhere around $275 to $300. I'm going to try to pick one up, and then I'm going to open the whole box on the channel. So it's way best. I've seen blasters, megas, and people just get nothing out of them. I mean, it's obviously the high end on these is not nearly there, but all you just got to do is got to pull, an Ant, a Lamelo, blue shimmer, and basically you're getting 1 shimmer per pack from what I've seen. So you get the small 3 shimmer pack, and then you're getting 1 rookie per pack on average. Sometimes they don't have any rookies. Some packs have 2 rookies in them. So, you know, it is what it is. If you don't even get lucky, I mean, you're still getting a ton of cards. You're just getting your money's worth. I mean, the mega box is going for over $100. You might get nothing in a mega box. It's not to mention the QC on the optic is horrible. But anyways, we're not going to talk anymore about all that stuff. So I want to make it as short as humanly possible, and I like to talk too much. So we're just going to kind of get into what I was doing back and earlier this year when I made a few mistakes, way overpaid for these Shaq cards, way overpaid for pretty much anything. Anybody who's buying cards then was way overpaying for everything. It just doesn't matter. You lost your ass, and if you didn't, you know, spend too much, you're good. I that's why I stayed, you know, bargain doing Tyrese Maxey, even Tyrese Halliburton cards are way over. Now I love my man Sean Kemp. I was gonna send these in at the time. They're going for like $200 a pop in a PSA 10. These are very good centering, everything on these. I might end up sending a couple of SGC. I got these for dirt cheap. I mean, no one cared about Kemp, but at that point, I think I got a lot of 5 for like 15 or 20 bucks. It was nothing. And I also got 3 Ray Allen lot here, and all of them are gradable for sure. Centering is phenomenal on all of them. I got a lot of 3 for like 50 bucks. So these were, you know, not bad. If I want to sell them raw, I get my money back. But at some point in time, PSA obviously opens up. I might send a couple of these SGC. I don't know. But, you know, I bought these and didn't pay much for them. You know, my first pack I bought was a choice pack of the draft picks, which was a terrible idea at the time. It's $200 for 1 pack of cards of 8 for the draft picks. I did get a choice Wiseman. I did get a choice Anthony Edwards, but it was the Crusade. I ended up selling that for like 30 bucks. If Wiseman comes back and does anything, I actually got both these cards in the same thing. I also got a Theo Maledon Tiger Stripe. So I also bought a couple of mega boxes of the pink, and I got a couple of Lamelos, already sold those. And, of course, got a few Wiseman, because I bought a few boxes of Donruss. That blaster boxes at the time was a waste of money. Like I said, I bought a ton of Select. So we just kind of go over some of the stuff we got. We got a Denny, a Pokashevsky, and I got another Pokashevsky. I mean, I did really well on these. The 15, if you can get the hanger boxes for 15 bucks, this is off center, but that's the centering issues and everything. I got some more Lamelos I got out of that. I got a couple Wisemans. This is a nice looking Kira Lewis Jr. You know, I got a Wiseman courtside, another Wiseman shimmer, and these are the 2 Shaqs. I mean, I literally bought 6 or 7 Shaqs, and I bet between all of my price spent $400, and now you can't even sell them for 20 bucks a pop. So mistake is what it is. As soon as I got 2 9s, as soon as the 9s go back to a couple $100, I'll get rid of them. Bought a couple Iversons, thought I was going to get them graded, but both of them have issues on the bottom right-hand corner. Otherwise, the cards got great centering. And these I may overpay for these Iversons too. Same with the Dwayne Wade. I got the Dwayne Wade for like 35 bucks. It's got some issues down there. The centering's good, surface is good, just same bottom right corner. I don't know. And I pulled this Desmond Bain, Pretty much everything in this pile. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go on. I did invest a little bit into Cole Anthony because he's basically pennies on the dollar. I mean, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. So I bought an Elite, bought one of these. And, I mean, they were talking $4 or $5 a card. This is his Prism. I like these blue Prisms. Same, even the silvers I didn't pay for more than $4 or $5. Man, he's pretty cheap. This is the most expensive one I bought. I think I got it for 16 bucks, and I pulled this one. I love the Revolution. Some of my favorite product here. These are pennies on dollar. A couple dollars. I think I paid $11 for the red, white, and blue Prism. Paid $5 for this. About the same for this. And I pulled these two because I opened several hoops boxes. So I mean, got some Cole Anthony's opening. I mean, I'm not gonna do basketball again. And I bought a ton of Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, I really likes the purple on purple, and he's basically doing what he did last year, scoring about 15 points a game. Nothing special. I got a ton of his stuff. Didn't really buy anything too high end on him. I did jump on the Prism early, and I paid for it. I mean, the most I spent on any of the Prisms cards, like I think $56, and you can't even sell them now for 20. So, but now I got a couple of that. Really like the blue Prisms here with the Selects. I bought most of these on him. I mean, these were like $30 a card at the time. Same with the Certifieds, right around 20. I mean, I pretty much bought everything of his. I mean, I bought a ton of the draft picks as they were dirt cheap. I mean, I still think, he's still young. Got silvers all over the place here. And I got some for grading. I think this is actually pulled this one. This one's out of 190 and 149, so this is actually a decent one. This is the most expensive one I bought. Well, second most. I paid 40 for this. Right, yeah. So, ton of Donruss base. I got that four. I mean, several of these are gradable for sure. And then I bought this. This second, I bought the variation. I got this for $63 a while ago. Probably get it now for a little bit less than that. Now I'm kind of eyeballing a couple of his prisms, because his prisms now are down around the $50 range, and so I might pick up one of those. I really like Origins, one of my favorite thicker stock cards. Got a couple of his Paninis, got a couple of the certifieds. You know, all these are basically put in, because these are all the stuff I was going to send and get graded. I spent hours upon hours going over cards, cleaning them. I was going to send and grade. I'm glad I didn't, because I ended up losing my butt off. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into my Tyrese Maxey collection. This is all stuff I just recently got in here in the last couple of days. Got this for like $2. Clearly Donruss gold. Spent right around 30 for this. Already pulled it out and looked at it. It's clean, pretty clean. Not really gonna look to send anything graded. And it was actually a lot here for these two. And of course, this is super off-centered. I mean, I paid like 80 or 90, but I don't know why this 2 is in here. But just randomly, because I actually just paid $30 for a 2 in optic. And it's in pristine condition too. His cards have gone way down. He actually looks better now, and he has since he's been drafted. But anyways, Tua. So this was a lot as well. $25 for this lot. I mean, this is actually really good. Centering is a huge issue with these. So they have any surface issues. Really clean. I already looked at it, and I got a couple of the bases as well for $25, and their centering's good. They were clean as well. So I do got another one of his silver hollows coming. Now I bought a bunch of these prism as well. These are the ones I was going to get graded. I got 4 of his silver prisms. Didn't pay more than about 30 for the most expensive one. His cards are still going for about what I paid for him back then. I mean, these are really high gem rate on these. You can get these centered. It's a pretty good high gem rate on these waves. This is the purple wave. I don't think it's numbered. No. So I didn't really get in. As soon as you get numbered cards, man, these cards are just going through the roof. I'm not going to pay $100 for a Tyrese Maxey numbered prism card. That's ridiculous. Even out of $200. I think I paid I didn't pay more than about $4 or $5. This hoops, love the hoops, love these guys. I got a ton of these. I think this is just a rookie revolution. I got 2 of them. I scored a lot of them from from Column C, 8 of them for like $18. There's Asia Team All stuff, and I got some of his parallels here. Didn't spend much on these. Didn't spend a whole lot on anything Tyrese Maxey. I think the most expensive one was actually the silvers. And I spent like $35 on the Prism silvers. Got 3 of his base. I think I bought this lot for like $20. 3 on. Wanted to get a couple of clearly Donruss. Centering's trash on them, but I got this for cheap. And of course, somebody's put Scotch tape on it, which is the ultimate no-no. There's I think 2 or 3 of them in here. I can't remember. Got this one, really like the green foil. Same, about $5. Same with the green. Same with the yellow. I got the choice for $8. This guy like forgot about me for like a month, and I kept sending him messages, and he basically sent it to me and then refunded me. So I got this pretty much for free. And of course, I got a gang of his Donruss base. I don't know how many of these things I have. I want to say probably 20 of them. And I just bought them in a huge lot for dirt cheap. And I got, several of his, parallels. Pretty much try to just only buy parallels. I got a few of his numbered cards. Nothing crazy. These are a few bucks a pop. I think a lot of these I paid more for shipping than I did actually for the card. I wish more people would use the eBay standard envelopes for cards like this. I do. I know they're looking to get their free extra $1 from eBay when they get the discount on shipping. But hollow here. Got the non-hollow. And, of course, I got a gang of just the regular hoops of his. I mean, he's looking good. He's averaging like 15 points a game right now. Averaging the most minutes on the team as is. I don't even know why I bought these, but whatever. They were dirt cheap, and I'm a Philly fan, so I ain't really, haven't really watched too much since the Allen Iverson days, and we're actually good again. So I got all these. These are all a few bucks a card, if even that. That's a good thing about I invest $400 or $500 in Tyrese Maxey, and I got a ton of cards, and if he doesn't pan out, then it's not a huge loss. Instead of like Lamelo, you buy one Lamelo card, he doesn't pan out, and you're in up shit creek. All right, so I love the blue prisms, man. The coolest thing they did was change the color. I like them. Most people don't. Centering's an issue with all these. I've looked at all these cards for the most part. I don't buy at all unless the centering is at least PSA 10, and I didn't spend more than $4 or $5 on any of these. till I get to these. I got these right when Select came out. Paid around $8 to $10 a card. Got 3 of the base court sides. I think paid like around 20 for these. I got one of the blue ones. Love the blue. I got another one here. I got another one of these coming. I think I paid best offer $27.50. I think because these, and I pulled this one. So actually centering for premier level centers, this center is not terrible, but it's very hard to get a centered premier level card. So still on the Tyrese Maxey. Still got a gang more of his. Got a green one. I got a couple more of his. I got another silver, and I got 4 or 5 of his bases here. So I got 4 of them. This is the only auto I bought. Spent $40 on this, I do believe. And I got this huge lot of these from. I got all these are from everyone in one lot. I got $18. So no one was voting on. So I got a bunch of the groove. I got the groove, just the base. Got the Astro, the Fractal. Got a couple Fractals, and then got another Groove. Then I got a bunch of the T-Mall, and then a few more base. So I like Revolution because it was a Hobby 8 box only, so I didn't get drowned in the retail market. I think that's pretty much it for Mr. Tyrese Maxey here. I think I've already shown those. So yeah, that was my deal with him. I mean, I'm invested in him. Nothing crazy. Oh, there's some more Tyrese Halliburtons. Apparently, I don't know if I showed these or not. Oh yeah, we showed all these. Okay, now we're gonna talk about my man Lamelo. I did pull a couple really nice Lamelo cards. I pulled this one out of one of the hanger boxes. You know, at the time I pulled it was going for $250 to $300. I don't know if it's come down a little bit, but this is just a solid card, and I might end up just paying the $150 to get it graded because it is clean, very clean card. And I also pulled this as well. Last couple of these I saw sold for around $65-$70. Centering is good enough to get a 10. It's better than 60-40, but this is a nice card. I also, which I cannot find it, I did pull a Redemption Lamelo Auto out of a hanger box, and I can't find it anywhere because the night I did it, I had a bunch of hanger boxes I thought I was going to save, and I had a couple beers, and I was like, I'm just going to open them. So I opened every one of them, so I don't know where I put it. But that was 2 weeks ago, and I submitted it. So it usually takes 4 to 8 weeks to get it if they actually have his signatures on file, actually have them, which I think he signed now. So I'm hoping to get it. Otherwise, they send you a replacement card. I don't really want a replacement card. I just want the Lamelo. And from what I could see, the redemptions just for his base select rookie. I didn't see one of the rookie selections ones, but we're going for like between $800 and $1,000. So if I get a good clean copy of it, I'm gonna send it good graded. So hopefully, if that's the case, it could be worth $5K or more, and it could be definitely an investment card because he's definitely a talent. And it's crazy that we're still opening Donruss, and there's still other products come out from last year. But that's pretty much that. I mean, my personal opinion is I would not buy secondary market if you can help it. Prices are way down from what they were from the beginning of the year, but people are just vulturing off of it. And you can find it out there. If you can get it at a fair price, I guess you ain't got any choice, but I fed into that market in the beginning. I paid way too much for like select football and stuff like that, so I won't do that again. Even my local LCS, I will not buy cards from them anymore because they were part of the problem. They would go down to Target and Walmart and just clean them out and then turn around and sell all the retail at the store. So, and of course at eBay markup prices. But anyways, that's that. That's just kind of my deal with how I went with the basketball route. I'm not going to go basketball anymore. Still some Tyrese Maxey cards I want to grab. I want to get an Origins and some other stuff that just came out. So definitely gonna probably pick up another one of his silvers or two and the optic if I can. But anyways, that's that. That's just what I did with basketball. If you can get lucky and pull some Lamelos, it's worth it because basically, obviously, the 3 or 4 Lamelos that I pulled, I also did pull a premier level shimmer, which I sold for like $50. Because the centering was crap, but people just don't seem to care. They just bought it anyway. So, yeah, I definitely more than paid for all my basketball with a couple of Lamelo cards. I bought tons of hangers to select, probably 20 total. So, yeah, I made the fatal mistake of buying a bunch of hangers and blaster boxes of Prism basketball when it first came out this year, and I bought it from the local LCS and just because I was like, well, if I'm going to pay for it on eBay and I get the same price there, at least I'm going to pay for, the shipping. And, if I paid cash, it was funny, if I paid cash, I could get a discount on it because, they were just, yeah, you know how that went. So, and that's the reason I don't buy anything else. Yes. But anyways, no more rambling. I'm looking, like I said, I'm looking to try to get an optic, fat pack box and open that on the channel. And I will go to Barnes & Noble this Friday and see if they got anything. I've opened a ton of Donruss paper football. I'm done with that. Maybe we'll get lucky and have some luck or some Donruss optic of some kind. But anyways, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.